The button.
the button. So
So
we're gonna tax this shit as long as we can. We're gonna simultaneously stream to YouTube too. Fuck it. Sin is probably like, why am I? It's not my fucking internet. I have the internet to make 5 streams happen. It's
I'm not gonna say anything. You live. You go ahead and live. You live.
I'm
Live your
living.
best life.
I'm
Live your
trying.
best life, you.
I'm trying.
Just don't pay attention to my facial expressions, all right? I just make these faces.
You know, I don't appreciate the faces, all right?
Hmm.
I enabled a couple other settings. Maybe they'll help.
Hmm. Hmm.
Most likely not. Probably not. But you know,
We're gonna see, I guess. We're gonna find out.
I don't. I need a title change. Hold on. Where's my title change? Here we go. Samsara is testing OBS every day. There we go. Nobody will get that, but whatever. I have to say it. You know what samsara is?
This is a documentary.
Samsara in Buddhism.
Oh, the concept of rebirth. Is that what?
Suffering laden cycle of death and rebirth without beginning or end, known as samsara.
Yes, yes. I know it sounds familiar.
It's the, the the problem. It's the whole problem with existence. That is the begin. That is the beginning of Buddhism. It's like we're stuck in it. What are you gonna fucking do?
Mm-hmm.
You constantly have to go through this. Here we are.
The circle.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, OBS is just one level of that, I guess. Some people are already past that level, but you know, my spiritual growth is very slow. That hurt my soul to say it.
At least it made sense.
Oh my god, that was funny. You don't.
I would offended somewhere, but not me. It's okay. It's okay. We only have 2 viewers. It's okay.
What are you talking about? That if a Buddhist didn't laugh at that, they would not be Buddhist enough for me. I'm sorry. That is just funny. Especially if they were a Buddhist who had already figured out OBS. You know? Just be laughing their ass off at me at that point.
I guarantee you, not even a Buddhist could figure that shit out.
Oh man. Oh, they have much better time than me figuring it out. because of the whole, you know, whatever you call it, the
You would think.
the patience thing, you know, the virtues, the fucking whatever you call it, the attentiveness, mindfulness. That's what it is. Mindfulness, you know.
Deepak Koda has really good books on mindfulness.
I see. Yeah, I got it's almost like I know what I'm talking about sometimes.
You actually put that as your title.
What?
You're wild.
What?
The same Samsara thing.
Why wouldn't I? No, nobody's gonna get it.
I hope not.
I hope not.
uh
Okay, here, I'll make a
they're gonna be
change.
like,
I'll
they're
make
gonna
a
be like, what
change
does that
so it's not.
mean?
I'll make a
What do you
change.
mean? Uh,
Okay, here, I made a change just for you, Sid.
See, that's so much better. Now everybody can relate.
There you go.
That's the original sin. So there you go.
It is. It is. My bot. My bot. Your Type Beats got fucking shelved. Oh, too bad. I want to listen to Your Type Beat. It's gone. He was ready to give me a fucking beat too. Like, sure, go ahead. Have my beat. Play this bullshit then. I'm gonna listen on the speakers for a minute.
Yo, Sono, what it do? You go with the flow, yo.
Yo, good morning.
Watch out for
Yo.
Jeffrey Bozo.
What it do?
Was goody.
Kicking it, kicking it. Alrighty. All right,
You're a fool.
let me load up.
Hey yo, we were just telling him that maybe he should make a name change because there's somebody with 300,000 listeners with the exact same name.
Yeah, we can definitely roast anybody who has administration, royalty, questions, information, branding, anything you need information.
Oh no, nobody has the questions. We're just gonna bring it up. We're just gonna bring up the problems. They're not gonna ask.
That's cool too. So the number one problem that, come to find out, last night I realized is the number one branding problem is motherfuckers be having different usernames. Nobody is gonna search for you if your username, or if you have like 5 different usernames and if they're spelled. So I don't know. so fucking crazy with 5 periods in it, and you're deciphering each word. Like it says, I love pizza, but you got a period in between each word. Nobody is going to search. Nobody. I know me myself, if you send me some music and it looks like that, I'm gonna say send a link, and then I'm gonna say you might want to consider changing your username, because even when you sign up with a PRO, you can't have all those characters in your name. So why would you make it harder on yourself? When you register with the Copyright Administration, you can't have all those weird characters in your name. You're gonna have to have something that's legible. The best thing to use would be, voila, your first and last name. For those of you Lils out there. That's the number one branding issue. Branding has a lot of shit, because it can come with short form content, it can come with long form content, it can come with repurposed content, like you reacting to your old videos. A lot of people do that, like when they start running out of ideas. But with branding too, 1 post a day, 2 posts a day, 3 posts a day, you can schedule all this shit. All you have to do is literally just dedicate like a day or 30 minutes to an hour of your time just to set up your posts and fucking just automate that shit. Nobody says that you have to be on social media all day. And that's like another big problem with branding. Like you get 0 engagement when you don't brand, and then you wonder why people aren't discovering you. You have to like find a formula to make it fun for you. Like people don't care how you upload it to social media. They just see the finishing product. So as long as you have a process that's working for you to constantly upload, like do that shit. Whether it be talking, whether it be, playing fucking dress up. I used to do that shit. I used to go to fucking Ross with like $100 each check. And I would just buy a new outfit because I knew I wanted to be an artist. You have to have nice shit to take pictures in. And then I would Photoshop and edit my own shit back in the day. Then I would just keep doing that. I would take like 50 photos of me just doing poses and shit in the same outfit, wearing the same outfit different ways, and just uploading like fucking crazy. Now you have a photo shoot. Now you look legit. If you have like an actual camera and shit like that, you don't have to pay for these things. It just takes a lot of fucking work because you don't have the money to pay someone who you want to be able to. So you have to do it. And that's like a big part of like administration. Like when you learn copyright administration and learn why it's important to register your song a certain way, that comes part of being a self-administrator. And you can pay somebody to do that as well. You can pay myself. But not about that. It's not about that. It's about learning. So whoever's here right now hearing this message, you're on the end. Like anything you need, like with helping with copyright and shit, I got you. Questions, all this. But after a while, it's going to be a $50 consultation. Then it's going to be $100 for me to, $200 for me to fully take control of your catalog, one-time registration fee. Because also, this is why it's important. This is the main reason why it's important to make sure that you have your stuff registered correctly. There is what's called a interactive digital streaming royalty that basically all the internet radios are able to give you when you are able to collect this royalty. The thing about it is the United States as a whole territory has a legal agreement that they cannot collect this royalty, because that's the agreement that they made with all the other countries, which is why we get paid the least from the major streaming platforms. We cannot collect that royalty, but we do have an organization here that is based in the United States that can collect that royalty for us, because that was the agreement. Artists can't collect their royalties for digital interactive streaming, but the government can. The government has mandated and made that a real live thing, which is why we can't go to like Australia or all these other countries and collect our shit. It's because it was in an agreement with basically digital interactive streaming. services. So that's where this important company Sound Exchange comes in. They're free, they're a nonprofit organization, and you have to register your whole catalog with them to be able to collect in any country outside of the US. It's very important because if you don't register with it, you're not gonna have any money. That's just point blank period. And I'm still waiting on the bag. And I did this like years ago. So just some perspective. Yo.
What's up, bro?
I got some sleep. I'm feeling good.
Chilling,
Talking about
smoking, writing,
music
same shit I've been
administration
doing.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'll talk.
You go right ahead, G. It's your show. Take over.
I don't need to take over. I was just working on the beat and listening, actually.
Word.
Time for the poll?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Sen, I got something to show you. This software that I am about to purchase is what all three of the major music gurus like Sony, Warner Bros, and Atlantic and Universal use to keep up with their people's social media and shit. And top of the charts. I'm going to show you what top of the charts look like.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just share my screen. So they got an extension and shit. So this is myself. I could show you so you could be an example, and then I'll show you myself. So what this basically does is collect all your metadata as an artist, and I can even add like your Instagram, your TikTok, your Twitter, your YouTube, your Spotify. I can add all your social media on here, and then it will look something like this, like mine. It gives you like a daily overall where most of your fans and stuff that listen to you through Spotify are from, how they're finding you. TikTok, I haven't gotten any data yet because I'm not really active on there. But then Spotify playlist actually shows you the independent playlist that people put you on.
Nice. I'll send you every single link I have.
Your own one too.
Instagram. Oh yeah. Damn. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Your own playlist thing. I don't know, but it has the owner over here, Sherlin Productions. So whoever that is, they fuck with AMZ.
Oh shit.
And it shows even the
That's the one I
number
sent
that
in
is listed.
that got accepted by that label.
Oh shit. Good shit.
Yeah, G. And look how many people follow the playlist, 1,053.
Or replace with Facebook? Yes.
Oh, shit.
So, but this is what the music industry charts look like. This is the global database for who's number one through whatever for albums and shit. I don't even know who this is. Kim Petras and Sam Smith. Don't even know who they are. But it shows their label over here that they are with too. And they're with.
Smith can sing his ass off.
Don't know. But yeah.
You know his song. You know his music. I promise you do. You've heard that
Probably.
Yo, probably.
But yeah, this is where we got to get to.
Yes.
I don't even care about numbers for real when it comes to this part, but I just want us to get to it. Yeah, it's pretty. This is pretty cool. And like, for instance, if I click my Spotify one, when I get the next package, it's gonna show me like where my listens and shit are coming from, like the percentages and fan base evolution. It keeps the linear chart of that, your monthly listeners. And I'm like, yo, sites are like charging people $20 and $30 to level up for the same information that I can get on here for $10 a month with all my analytics and shit. And like when I upgrade too, it even shows you where people are playing your shit on a live feed. It's pretty legit. So basically what I'm trying to do is hire this automated system to watch all of our social medias and shit, so I can directly email you reports and shit about how your pages and shit are performing while you're uploading, so you're not just uploading meaningless shit.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, we're fully in the cyberspace. I have a AI social media manager.
You know, honestly, that's the way to do
It is.
Yo,
Nobody's doing it this way.
it. Well,
Beardy,
what's up, dude? Yeah,
just chilling.
it's with the way the world's going, and I mean, everything's, social media related is really the way to get it out there. So much. I mean, any AI bot type, thing that read and analyze, and that's you need to see where your strong points are, weak points are, and capitalize.
Yeah.
That's really the way to do it. So I'm guessing that right there, sound charts map, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because I'm using that for my publishing company.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, with that, analyzing and telling you where where to capitalize. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what's gonna make the rankings rather than blasting everywhere, maybe two places out of 10. You know, at least that would allow you to focus on the high points,
Exactly.
which would be one, a hell of a lot easier, less frustrating, less stressful, and two, it would just be quicker, faster, more beneficial, and you know, cut through the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nice to have right there.
And then in like a creative sense, it's kind of like we got 3 guys on the roster. Whoever's like lacking in one area, the other person can kind of help if
Make
they
up.
got a little bit
Yep.
more growth to, leverage that.
I think we got
Yeah.
more than 3 guys, but you know,
Yeah.
Well, the good thing, you know, with anything, I don't care what you do, it can be, music or game industry, whatever you do. The collaboration with each other always helps. Collabing, just even if you're both
Yeah.
person or a large anybody and trying to collab with that to pull you to the top. I'm more talking. I've been in the point where start together with somebody. For some reason, people don't like collaborations with more than one person. It seems to be everybody, it's just like a spider web. You can get everybody up in it instead of just one direct line, contacts. It's nice when you can get people in all different directions, and everybody can grow.
This community is like a fucking big ass group of creatives. I'm not gonna say cult. It's not I feel like it's not easy to be in content creation or like being creative in general because like a lot of people do it. A
Well,
lot of people.
it's like me. I do Twitch, and I started it back in 2014, and back then, man, it was so damn. I mean, to have 100 to 200 people in your stream any given day was nothing.
Yeah,
And I don't know
Twitch
if
definitely.
you ain't
Twitch.
gonna do that shit now.
Yeah, you're
You
not.
know.
You're not. I feel like Twitch has definitely went down a lot since
Well,
then
it's
because
it's a
I've been
perfect
watching Twitch since
example.
then as well.
All right.
Well, it's a perfect example to show you. I mean, like I say, back then, I was starting channels and growing them up to 1,000 within a month. And now, I mean, you'd be lucky to get 100 in a month, unless you have some special niche or person to help bring you up and feed you people, and that kind of goes to say with anything. I mean, when you're in
Mhm.
the media side of things, creativity, and whether it be content creating, music, whatever, you got so much competition. It's so overly saturated. You're always trying to find that special niche or special something that makes you stand out from the rest. And I mean, that ain't always easy,
Well,
and it's
I
it's
I
always
hear
good to
that.
have people.
I hear that, but I also think that if you focus on what makes you happy, you're gonna find a niche a lot quicker than somebody who's trying to please the crowds. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put you through on the
Yeah.
video here. I'm gonna have you guys on the Twitch stream.
Hello, stream.
Myself over a little bit.
What up?
But maybe a um
I was gonna say, do you need me to scoot over, or are you gonna scoot over?
no, I'm
I'm joking. I'm joking.
you
I'm
don't
joking.
like being a thought
Uh,
there in my fucking in my brain.
no, I'm right where I should be, right over your shoulder, like the angel I am.
You're wearing black, so what when you're on the I
Who
don't
said
know.
angels can't look good? The hell? Like,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
Shit.
right.
What's up, Nini? Nini Corn, how you doing? Yeah, but and also I think like growing your channel or your social media all depends on how motivated you are as well. You know, like if you just try and fucking wing it. I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna start a channel and I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like, and I'm gonna like give a fuck about who's coming in, or there's a lot of mistakes you can make in trying to start like a social media thing. I know I've done it like a couple of times, and like I
Wakey,
know.
wakey.
Yeah. Good morning. But yeah, I know some of the pitfalls. Um, yeah.
Well, it's a hard thing because even if you do go into it dedicated and you know doing what makes you happy and putting all that effort, I mean, you know, come from me. I started back into Twitch and stuff, and man, I was pushing Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. I was pushing everything I could push with the hopes of growing back again back in like 2020, 2019, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And man, I was pushing everything I could push, streaming usually 10 to 14 hours a day every day for probably 8 months straight. And I was multi-streaming on every platform, 3 different platforms at one time. Man, I was everything I could, and just it won't doing a damn thing.
Were you having fun with it?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean that's the thing. I was going to be doing it anyways. You know, I was going to be playing anyways, doing all that, and I mean, it just the set, and it wasn't the fact of
Okay.
it was the fact of being so far down the lists at the time. See, at the time, it used to go by viewers. Twitch did and all that, and you were so far down the list that you weren't even on the list. You could, I would go to, you know, it depends on what you do, you know, in particular games and stuff like that. When you pick a popular game, you know, something that you want to play, you pick a game like, let's say, Fortnite or Call of Duty or, you know, Apex Legends or any popular game like that. You pick a game like that, you scroll all the way down through hundreds of people to the very bottom of the list, and you realize that at the bottom of that list, the lowest viewer on there has about 50 viewers. So what about anybody else that's under 50 viewers? They ain't even on the list. So you're not even there to even click on. And that's one thing you battle.
They're
So
doing
then all
that.
you have at that point is to push, you know, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, things like that. That's the only option you have for advertisement at that point because you're not even on the list through Twitch.
Yeah.
Now they have made it a lot better now.
I think a lot of that also, you know, has to do with like your focus, your aesthetic, your fucking content that you're actually putting out there. You know, like
Yeah, but
if you're
nobody's
just
even clicking on it to see it.
if you're but like okay,
You can
first
have the
thing,
best content in the world, but if nobody clicks on it to see it, what are you gonna do?
there's a lot of ways that you can grow without being in the list. You know, like besides for just being in the browsing list. You know, you can get active in other communities. You can get supported by other communities.
Well, yeah, I'm saying collabing is about the only shot you got.
Yeah. He said that first. Collabing was like
Yeah,
the
I mean,
main
if you don't
thing that
collab,
gets
you ain't
you.
gonna really grow fast.
Yeah.
But another thing,
yeah.
another thing that gets you up the list is just having a nice thumbnail when people scroll by. You know, people scroll by and then you see your shit looks like, you know, a fucking grainy ass whatever with, you know, like I don't know, it doesn't come across as well. I see the people that have thousands of viewers, their setup looks nice, you know. They have a good backdrop. They have
thousands of viewers that setup look like absolute dog shit too. You know.
Yeah, I've seen some of that. I've seen some of that, but I think it's much more like and you know where you're trying to grow, you know, it's much more oversaturated in games than it is in music because it's a small portion of the population that are doing music.
Yeah. I mean, music is significantly easier. I feel to grow.
And then gaming, like it's easy to get. It's easy to grow in gaming. It's easy to grow in gaming if you're like the top shit at a game that nobody plays.
You're really good at it.
Well, at a game that nobody plays too, because like there's
there's a lot of viewers.
There's a niche audience, right? There's a little bit. There's a fucking audience that you can like. A friend of mine grew to a huge number of followers and you know viewers just by playing indie games. Yeah, he would pick up any indie game that he could.
Duty player, you're screwed. You know, if you want to do what's fun, you know, for it, like hypothetically, if that's what's fun for you and that's what you want to do, you're kind of screwed. If you're into a popular game,
it's the same thing I would tell somebody in music. It's something I would tell somebody in music is, okay, you're trying to be a Call of Duty fucking streamer, right? What is original about your Call of Duty streaming gaming content that is better than the pro Call of Duty streamer who's just like doing it for a living and fucking and you know and there's a million of them, you know, like.
Well, that's the thing. You either better be god at a game or whatever you do, not just games, but you either better be god at it or have a special niche.
Well, I think also you have to have like your notoriety, right? Because like if you're a player that has been, you know, on teams or whatever, you know, you got to bring that with you and fucking and try and ride that as much as possible.
Well, and when we had that, it was, yeah, I mean, that was a lot easier, you know, because you have that whole community supporting you at that point, you know.
Right.
When that community dies, everything else kind of dies with it.
Yeah, like I don't know. Uh, I think there's hope. I think there's hope for gamers even.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's hard. It's just a lot harder. I'm just stating. I mean, there's hope. I see people doing it. And it's basically luck of the draw.
Yeah,
Is a lot of it also. I
but
mean, granted,
what
you
could you
gotta
do
have
to
good content.
weigh
You
the
gotta
deck in
have,
your favor? You know what I mean? Stack the deck a
Yeah.
little bit in your favor, I guess, or weigh the
collab.
dice. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure that's a possibility, you know, but
It's really,
I think
I mean, it's been quite successful in the past with, you know, getting with somebody who's not overly large but larger,
yeah,
and then, you know, everybody share people, but also a very different audience and different community than yourself. That way, you can actually pull new people.
I think that's a big thing. Collabing, you know, like getting involved in other communities and making yourself known, even if it's not in like a fucking self-promoting way. You know, just being a person, just being a cool person. You know, in the fucking in the
Well, it goes a long
community.
ways. If
People,
you're dry and not interesting, and you know everything else sucks, I mean, nobody's going to want to sit there and do anything or watch or anything else. You at least got to provide something worth watching.
that's true. And
You know, if you don't have that, you ain't got nothing.
so that's one thing that you could do. I think another thing that you could do is, you know, be more, you know, I don't know if variety is the word to say it, because like there's a variety of games you can play, right?
Oh, I'm
It's
not trying to do it. I'm not trying to go.
no, I'm just saying in
I
general.
can't.
I'm just saying in
do anything
general.
with it, anyways.
In general, right? You're trying to grow as a gamer.
Oh yeah.
Right?
General, yeah.
There's a variety of games you can play, but
Oh yeah.
you know, not like your whole life isn't gaming. You know, your whole life, you got IRL, you got chatting, you got fucking art, you got like the people have interests that are not just, you know, gaming, and work out that aspect of yourself to begin with, to make people invest in you rather than the game that you're playing, because the game that you're playing is gonna die.
Well, and that's the thing that I've noticed, and when we were in our earlier stages, just from experience with a couple people, you know, partners, you know, 60, 70,000 follower people. I got a friend now. He lives right down the road. He's 65,000 followers, partnered on Twitch since like 2015. And he would have, you know, he could have mostly over 1,000 viewers each stream. You know, pretty good sized person. And he's lucky now if he gets on and has over 10 people. And it's mainly because the game died and his community was revolved and built around that game. And while they did like him, they did enjoy him and everything. When the game change came and he happened to pick another game that people weren't necessarily interested in, that's the battle you play. Because if you do that,
the biggest stream that I could hit up right now, that I know the guy has 189,000 followers, but I don't hit up channels like that because I'm not trying to fucking, you know, like I don't know, like it would be good to have like huge support. Yeah,
where his community died because the game died.
Yeah, I feel that too, and that's not the kind of community that you want to grow, right? Is what you're saying.
Yeah, right. And you got to be careful not to grow that kind of community. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you do, everything can be gone tomorrow. If you revolve your community around one particular thing like that is probably gonna die. You know,
I did that.
Now, music is different because you can always produce new music, different things like that.
Well,
And
it's also
that can that can
there's
kind of keep
trends,
going.
right? There's trends in music, and
Mhm.
you can get on this like trendy wave of shit,
Mhm.
you
That's
know,
true too. Yeah.
and people will fuck with you for a while, and then they'll be like, you know,
Fall off.
like that music isn't hot
Yeah, that's
anymore.
true too. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
You
I
gotta be
don't know.
careful and really put yourself out there in many different ways.
Yeah, I've seen like, you know, the internet money guys, like those guys have a lot of fucking following on YouTube, like a lot.
Mhm.
They have a lot of notoriety.
Look at like the crypto.
But no, I was going somewhere with that. Like Nick Mira gets a lot of viewers if he goes on Twitch, right? But like some of the lesser like E-True, if E-True goes on Twitch, he gets like 30 maybe. You know, and he's pretty huge. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like I think it's because of the content, because they're riding the wave of a kind of like type beat, you know, and there's only so far you can go with that.
I know I got Big Foltz. He was like that. He was huge into the Call of Duty scene, and he was rather large, and he had a lot of help with pulling us up at the time. But he ended up switching over to crypto. Did good, and then when crypto died, he died, and his channel died with it. You know.
Yeah, people
But
are
again,
doing.
you got to keep it. The hard thing to juggle here is keeping something interesting you want to do on top of it. You know, because ultimately that's what it comes down to. If you don't enjoy it, you don't like it, you're not going to put your effort into it. You're not going to stay at your top. And that's going to show, you know,
Yeah.
throughout the stream.
I think
And so, I mean, you got to be careful and make sure it's definitely something you want to do also, but it also has to cater, so you kind of juggle in there.
Yeah, I think you know, like mainly what Sono was getting at was just like making sure your ducks are in a row as far as your branding. If you want to grow an artist career, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's important.
I think that's important in like, I don't know, any fucking.
Anything.
It's
Yeah.
it's like I was. Who was I talking to earlier? I don't even remember, but I was talking about basically I think it was that guy Sauce, right? We started talking to Sauce last night about like his artist career, and like, you know, it's great to be an artist. It's great to have your fucking your thing that you do. What's up, Tron? Tron, are you following? Tron, when did you find me? Anyway, I was telling him that basically that it's one thing to be good at something, but going from point A to point B, like being good at something and then making money at the thing that you're good at, are two different things.
Yeah. I've always been that person. You know, whether, I mean, I was going to be playing or doing or whatever I was streaming at the time, whatever that may have been. I was always I was going to do it anyways, so why not stream it? You know, and if you do make something off of it, or, you know, whether it be money or friends or just a community or somebody else to play with, that's all that mattered to me. I didn't really care, you know, the streaming side of it didn't really, you know, I mean, I enjoy it and I really like it. But I guess the thing that meant the most to me was just the people I met doing it. You know, it wasn't necessarily the profitability of it. Was never my intentions.
You're gonna own the show for a couple of minutes, Beardy. I need to take a quick break. Okay. What's up, Luna?
No
and
pressure.
what's up, Tron?
Don't bother me.
Welcome to the Beardy Show. I need to walk away for a minute, but you guys got conversationalists here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you know, I always looked at it as just trying to gain, you know, socialization was what it was about to me.
Yeah, connecting for sure.
Well, you know, I retired a couple years ago, and so I mean, you go from seeing hundreds of people a day to zero, and it man, you know, you ain't got too many people to talk to. It gets kind of lonely, you know, when you're used to talking to hundreds of people a day. And I was a very social person, so you know, you get to, you know, with doing something like this, you still get to interact with people and meet new people, and that's nice, man, for me. You know, when you're in my situation where you ain't really seeing anybody anymore, or having them, you know, possibilities of seeing people at, you know, jobs or throughout whatever you do, you know, getting out there in the real world. It's kind of nice to have some form of socialization and conversation still.
Yeah.
Whether, you know, and honestly, I've always found the smaller groups to be better than the larger groups. By far.
Yeah. More
More-
personal.
Well, just more chemistry, more, you know, I guess that's the word you use. You're just, you know, when you get into, like, let's say Discord groups or, you know, any type of community, and there's thousands of people in there. I mean, you know, you really, it's not as tight knit.
Yeah. A
It's
tight
something
knit
with, you know, 50 people or
community.
something less, you know, 50 people, 60 people. You get in something like that, I mean, you basically know everybody, and everybody's a lot closer. And it makes it a lot better. You know, the substance of it's a lot better.
Intimate, yeah. More intimate. Very
That's right. What's up, Luna?
Snowflake storm. I completely agree, though.
But, you know, it's different strokes for different folks. Some people get into it for the profitability of trying to make it a career, and I'm good, Snowflake. How you? It just depends on what you're into it for. You know, everybody has a different purpose.
Very true.
We all doing the same thing, but we got different desires, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place, man. Music, game,
Stream.
plus daddy daycare. You know,
Yeah.
I homeschool my kids, so I'm all over the place all the time. But it's fun. Good something to do.
Yeah. I feel like as long as you're having fun with it, keep doing it.
Well, that's gonna keep you doing it itself. You know, if you're having fun with it and you're enjoying it. I mean, I've watched a lot of people that do it and it becomes a burden to do it. You know, and it shows most of the time. You know, if it's something you don't really enjoy and you feel like you got to do it for a career, it starts to show, and it starts to get old, and then you start to not want to do it. I've seen that happen too. That's why I've always just tried to keep it. I do what I enjoy, and if people are there, great. You know, if they leave, that's okay too.
Yeah. Good riddance.
I guess that's me. Appreciate that,
Bro.
Snowflake.
Yeah, Snow was asking about streaming earlier.
Oh yeah,
We were saying do it. Go for it. Go
you be
for
stream hopping. All right, cool.
it.
Yeah, streaming's it's a different animal.
It is.
It takes
But
you gotta have. What am I working on? Oh hell, it ain't no telling. At any point, it changes by the minute. Yeah, it
tell stream about your stream, what you do on stream and things like that.
everything. Well, I mean, I go from just chatting to music to gaming to I hop all over the place, man. Now, I used to be strictly a Call of Duty semi-pro player, and I did that for 2 or 3 years, and that was mainly what the stream focused on at that point. But then Call of Duty kind of died, and so we made game switches, and it was all right. We flipped to H1Z1, played that for a while, and that was all right. But then once we started flipping away from H1Z1, when that died, it kind of everything started falling off after that point. Some people went to Grand Theft Auto, role play stuff, and some people went to Fortnite, and that really kind of twisted up things there. Everybody started parting ways. Streaming takes more consistency than anything else I've ever attempted. Yeah, it does. Consistency is key. Because if you're not on for them to watch you and they don't know when you're getting on, they're gonna go find someone else. And that's just usually the reality of it. You gotta be consistent.
Yeah,
And you gotta
consistency
try to
is
find
key.
a way to stand out. Because I mean, back in 2014-15 era, at the time only PCs could stream, and it wasn't as big a thing, so it was a lot easier to grow. But now, I mean, you can stream from your phone, your Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and so many people are into it now that it's overly saturated.
Yeah.
No question.
I was saying today, like, everything is pretty much content creation at this point. Like,
Yeah.
somebody could be at their gas station job, put up their phone, and just start talking to people. That's content creation.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Well,
what it
there's
is
so many
to people
different
nowadays.
platforms too now. It used to be Twitch was really the only platform to do it on, and then everybody else started jumping in the game. You got Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and all these different platforms that used to not be there. And
You're like, yeah,
that brought a lot
that's
of people in.
that's content, but is it good content? Is it content worth watching and stuff like this? Like, I think what we're doing right now is good content. We're sitting over here talking about, like, honestly, this is Twitch Tuesdays. Like, sitting over here talking about Twitch and content creation in general. Like, I feel like that's a great topic.
Well,
Bullshit.
I'll tell you. Yeah.
So-
Bullshit.
This ain't any kind of content. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, hey, I'm gonna tell you something that does great podcasts. Which
Well,
is
that-
kind of this setup here.
This is
Yeah.
Podcast
Tuesday.
is good.
Other obvious things. What's up, Luna?
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, bro.
We could do Taco Tuesday. Your B
Happy
day.
birthday.
Happy
Yo,
birthday.
Luna, happy birthday. I think man, you know what I'm gonna say.
You should play Happy Birthday on the guitar, and y'all both play the guitar. Play Happy Birthday, and we just sing. Special
Happy birthday, Fire
content, bro.
Edition.
Content, bro. From the fucking. He's thinking about it too.
This is
That's some shit.
I remember it.
Brother, man.
Looking
come
for
on, you don't
some
get this
vocal mix
nowhere
feedback?
else.
You looking for vocal mix feedback, Luna, on your birthday? You want me to make you
go.
feel
You
bad
gotta
on
be
your
able to get 'em
birthday?
Yeah. You really want to do that to yourself?
You know what? I used to work with somebody that said that everybody cries on their birthday.
It's
And
my party, and I'll cry if I want to.
I kind of believe it. Yo, what's up, Lex?
Happy birthday.
The Twitch gods are allowing me to have a stream today for some reason. Who fucking knows why? But
Let's go. A happy birthday to you. Oh,
Yeah, huh?
me.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, I'm the rapper. I'm supposed to rap it. Oh,
Yo, happy birthday.
happy birthday, yo.
You can be the backtrack.
I don't know how it goes anymore. I used to play chords for it.
We tried. We attempted.
Here in Discord, either is fine. Let me warm up the pipes. Happy birthday to you. All right, there you go.
Not long ago, it's gonna be the same for me.
That's the Tom Waits happy birthday.
Boop. Boop. I love the boop.
The boop.
Here you go.
What you producing over here? So no? Can I listen
Happy
in?
birthday.
Can I give
Little
you?
fun track.
You know,
Happy birthday.
since
Yeah,
it's
feel free.
since it's Luna's birthday, I'm gonna give Luna feedback right away and do what you're working on. This can shut up here. This and get clicked. Yeah, I know. I just was about
So your sunlit dream pulls me out of sleep for the morning through the flies.
Yo, open the bot if you would like to
You're gonna
listen.
feedback on the sly.
Yeah, the feedback on the Sly bot. It's in the pinned messages. Anybody wants to listen along, that's where we're listening because I don't want to jinx
Taxing your internet.
The Twitch.
the Twitch gods are happy right now. The YouTube gods might even be happy. I don't know.
Don't jack it up.
The YouTube gods are happy too. Look at that. Like,
Everyone's happy.
yeah.
I should probably
I mean-
keep an eye on you.